Welcome to this presentation of artworks depicting ancient gods and goddesses currently housed in the Lapidarium of the Deva Museum of Dacian and Roman Civilization. This video is also the first in a series of 5 videos based on the work done during the photogrammetry workshop pilot at Deva Museum in 2021. This first model is a 3D representation of a relief depicting the god Mithras slaying the bull. In this depiction, Mithras is holding the bull with one hand and stabbing him with the other, which in mythology is referred to as the Tauroctony. Reliefs such as this one were expected to be the centerpiece of every Mithraeum or temple to Mithras. Reverence for Mithras is known to have been popular among Roman soldiers, and the area in which this was found was heavily occupied by the Roman Empire for nearly 200 years. This second model is a representation of the Greek god Pan. The Roman god Faunus is often associated with the ancient Greek god Pan, and is usually depicted as a satyr with horns and the lower half of a goat. Faunus was the god of the forests, hills, and plains, while Pan differed slightly and was the god of shepherds, flocks, and things generally wild. This third model is of a statue depicting the god Charon and his boat. In Greek mythology, Charon is best known as the ferryman of the dead who would accept payment from the recently deceased to transport them across the river Acheron in some accounts, such as in Pausanias and Dante's Inferno, or in others, such as most Roman accounts, across this river Styx. In his role as ferryman, Charon is the first named mythological character mentioned in Dante's Divine Comedy, who depicts him with eyes of fire and with an oar prepared to beat anyone who wastes his time. This fourth model is of a statue depicting the goddess Hecate. Hecate was often associated with crossroads, witchcraft, necromancy, sorcery, among other magical ideas in the same line. In her earliest depictions, Hecate is usually depicted as a singular entity, but in later representations, such as this one, she is depicted with 3 forms. As the model rotates, you can see each of Hecate's 3 faces very clearly. Pausanias, the 2nd century Greek writer and geographer, writes that a sculptor known as Alcamenes first depicted Hecate in triplicate in the late 5th century. In her triplicate state, statues of Hecate often adorned crossroad altars, thresholds to homes and temples, and other liminal spaces of religious importance. The statuary in this presentation was photographed by a team of students and ArcheoTek staff on site at the museum, who were all participants of ArcheoTek's Roman villa and settlement excavation taking place in 2021. This is a pilot project which led to the formation of the intensive digital curation and applications in close-range photogrammetry workshop, taking place in 2 one-week-long sessions in June and August of 2022. Links to the information page on ArcheoTek's website will be in the video description. Thank you for watching this presentation.